Students often associate creativity with the word unfettered, and so anytime there's any sort of constraint on their work, they feel that it can't be truly creative. But for me, particularly in post-production, where we're already constrained by what's been written and what's been shot, we're always working with some kind of constraints. And so for me, creativity is working within those constraints and finding the creative solutions to the problems that arise. One exercise that I do with introductory students is I have a whole envelope full of my snapshot rejects. So everything that came out of my camera that's completely useless, I think I would never put this in a photo album, you know. And what I do is I take a whole bunch of those and I get a group together and I give each group maybe 10 snapshots. And I tell them that their job is to pick 4 of these snapshots and put them in a particular order so that they tell a story. Each group comes up and they put their 4 pictures out, and then everybody else in the class has to try and figure out what story they're trying to tell. And I think that that's really useful in introducing them to the idea of telling stories through pictures, and also introducing them to the idea that it's really the audience that decides if the story worked.
Math's restrictions weren't so much restrictions because they were just encouragements in disguise. For our first project, we were supposed to make a trailer, whereas other people were able to use music. We weren't. At first, that felt like it was a big handicap, but it was actually the people with the music that were handicapping themselves, because when Matt took that away from us, he was taking away the backbone most people were using to structure theirs. So we had to structure ours by ourselves. We had to think consciously of how we were starting it and how we were ending our trailer and how we were getting from point A to point B.